好了，欢迎大家回来 Syberia3。那最近好像就是一直吃中药，有没有吃啊？还要泡茶喝，然后就觉得好像声音比较不容易沙哑，有一点啦，我不知道是跟那个有关系，还是怎样，我不知道。那虽然刚刚有吃甜的，你就听得出来，其实沙哑程度没有很强，就一点点而已啦。那个我觉得还可以接受。因为上次玩到哪里嘞？好像就是拿完那个心脏病的药给他。看一下，下面有东西啊！我要拿什么？齿轮吗？影片胶卷。
Fantastic！
上次我其实已经看过了，不需要再看了。
Look just next to the films there, Miss Walker.
就是要找这个啊。好啦，找到了，再看一下这个。
The film's missing.
已经快要忘记怎么玩了。也没有忘记，就是每次玩都会觉得，那个按钮怎么按
？Baranor, the cursed city. Baranor, the martyred town. Baranor has been nothing but a field of ruins and desolation since a week after the explosion of reactor number 3 in the nuclear power plant. Baltimore is on the other side of the lake, sheltered from the prevailing winds, and fortunately it seems to have been spared from the deadly radioactive clouds. Our town was mobilized to go to the aid of our neighbor. Although our town's means were modest when compared to such a catastrophe, there were nonetheless among us some brilliant mechanical engineers. In record time, they developed a small army of automatons capable of helping the affected people. Those men and dogs of steel could go where a human could no longer set foot without becoming seriously ill. Over there, they could be excavators, rescue workers, and treasure bearers.
Oscar! They all look like him.
Truly magnificent pieces, nicht wahr? The XZ2000 model is most assuredly one of Hans's major masterpieces.
Their mission was to bring back any survivors of the catastrophe to Baltimore, where the victims would receive the best care in Dr. Zemyatin's clinic. The Crystal, the ferry usually responsible for linking the towns of Baltimore and Baranor every day, carried the new type of rescuers to the scene of the drama, and brought back the survivors of the catastrophe.
So Baranor suffered the ravages of a nuclear accident. But according to that film, the automatons you designed with Hans should have helped save lots of lives, right?
I'm afraid that's not how things went. Because of Captain Opal. Ah, that must be Sarah. Please come this way, Miss Walker. I'll introduce you.
这边没有东西了吗？它这游戏其实那个 cutscene 还蛮
Tools
多
that would
的
have suited Hans.
，cutscene 蛮多，就是不错，因为这样我可以少讲一点话。
Miss Walker, may I introduce you to Sarah, my granddaughter?
We've actually already met. Haven't we, Sarah?
I actually owe Miss Walker a candle. Thanks to her calmness and peace of mind, I'm still here and on my feet. She found my medication and gave it to me before it was too late. Donnerwetter.
You don't mean you had another attack, do you? Ah, you're being so very naughty, grandfather. You absolutely must let Dr. Zemyatin examine you.
Come on, stay calm, my little child. When I go to the clinic to take the prosthesis to the young Yukol, I'll stop by and see the good doctor. Until then, why don't you make yourself really useful to Miss Walker? She's looking for some way to transport the Yukol caravan to the other side of the lake.
Well, I think I've already found the solution. The boat in the film, the Crystal, it must be the ship that's docked in the port. If it was able to transport the automatons you and Hans built, it could carry the ostriches across the lake.
Ah, that's not a bad idea. But unfortunately, there's a slight problem of size, dear Miss Walker.
What on earth do you mean?
Obo became a poor wreck when he simply abandoned our automatons in Baranor. The coward now drowns his sorrows in vodka. He's convinced that he fled because of the monster in the lake. Apparently, the imbecile saw the monster, Himmelgott. So he went back on his tracks, abandoning all the automatons in Baranor, as well as the people they were there to rescue.
Grandfather, I know you're still really angry with Captain Obo because he abandoned the automatons that you built with your friend Hans in Baranor. He was supposed to wait for them. They were going to take all the survivors they found in the rubble to the boat and then bring everyone here to safety in Valsambor. But in the end, when he got to the beach at Baranor and saw the disaster and all the dead, he became really afraid. The disease, the radiation. He must have had an uncontrollable panic attack, so he immediately turned back, dumped the machines on the Crystal into the lake, and came back empty-handed to Valsambor. And the automatons have been there ever since, in hell. But who knows? Maybe today he'll want to sell. I'm sure Kate will be capable of convincing him to help the Yukels. I have to go do my waitressing shift in the tavern. Come by and see me later on, okay? Captain Obo will be there.
他这样要走了。
All right then. I'll try and convince Captain Obo. Thank you for everything, Mr. Steiner.
I don't know if I really should wish you good luck, dear Miss Walker. Baranor is only an open grave now.
走呗。而且我要去找船长嘛，对不对？其实我不知道，我声音会沙哑的原因，是因为我讲话讲太多，还是吃了甜的，还是说真的是那个中医说的气虚？因为就之前呢有吃一些补气的药啊，所以会有没有关系呢？我真的是这样的话，那蛮屌的，我还从来没想过我是因为气虚，而且真的比较不容易沙哑啦，还是会有，只是没以前那么长，可能以前就是上班一整天下来就会沙哑，现在就下班了，声音也算蛮正常的。因为我喝的那个茶里面有陈皮嘛，然后陈皮是化痰，把我痰去掉，所以就觉得好像可能有关吧，我也不知道。今天早上那个药喝起来太难喝了，实在太难喝。我不是去酒吧吗？酒吧不在这。固定视角又是这个问题了。
I'd rather be left here on my own if you don't mind, miss.
Go speak with young Sarah. She could help you.
我还现在还不应该
The
过来。
captain is just there, next to the fireplace.
这个哦。
All those youngsters trying to act smart to impress the Steiner girl. It really gets to me.
That shape there in the water. What is it?
有鬼耶！
Captain Obo?
What do you want?
打探好
May
了
I。sit down for a second?
Go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry to impose, but I actually really...
You know, you kind of remind me of someone. The wife of the quartermaster that served on board the Crystal after the war. Do you realize he got married to the first cousin of the wife of a machinist?
Oh, okay. That's all really interesting, but what I wanted to ask...
That's a really great story, really. Because did you know? So there. So the guy answers, "I don't know nothing, Captain." Turns out he was hiding in the broom closet. Hilarious. Irina, the wife of the quartermaster. Her name was Irina Malevna. Crazy how much you look like her.
Oh, gee, it's getting late. I have to go. You can finish telling me the story another time, Captain Obo.
哎，
The lake is haunted by a demon. It's watching me. Waiting. I can feel it. The crystal took
是我失
across
败了。
more travelers ever than any other ferry from Baltimore.
Is everything okay, Kate?
Not really. I'd like to ask Captain Obo if the Yukon caravan can go on board his boat to cross over to Baranor. But I can't get a straight answer. He's completely sloshed.
I'm sorry, miss, but I really think you're wasting your time. He's getting drunk again to forget his crimes, like he always does. To forget he wasn't brave the way a captain should be. Can you believe it? In Baranor, he just picked up and abandoned his passengers. And I know, he'll never want to see that cursed place again.
I'm not sure that's true, lad. Even if he does drink a lot, the captain's a pretty good guy. Say the right thing, and you may be able to convince him.
If I'm ever lucky enough to find him sober, even for a moment, I need that drunkard to listen to me.
Maybe I can help you with that. I'll make him one of my famous small restoratives. After that, he'll want to sleep for 3 days, but at least his mind will be clear.
I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much, both of you.
Don't mention it. The way the Yukols are treated here is an absolute disgrace, so if we can help out...
Has Captain Obo taken the crystal out of port since leaving Baranor?
He's been far too drunk ever since then for that.
And anyway, the port's been closed since the tragedy of Baranor 20 years ago.
Do you think the crystal is still in sailing condition after all this time?
I'm sure there'll be a few repairs to do, but Obo never stopped keeping it in shape, you know. He loves his boat, despite everything.
Who knows what became of the victims and automatons the captain abandoned?
No, everybody hates the captain for that. But nobody volunteered to take the helm of the crystal in his place to pick up the survivors. If there are any left in Baranor, they're all dead now, that's for sure.
Grandfather says that the automatons would have broken down really quickly with nobody to maintain them.
Do you know why Captain Obo fled Baranor?
He must have been completely traumatized by what he saw there. The catastrophe, the victims, and then the radiation. He unloaded the automatons on the beach, but he didn't expect they'd bring the survivors back right then. He just cracked, completely snapped. Full astern and goodbye all. Can you even imagine?
Afterwards, he came up with that story of a sea monster appearing and attacking his boat.
Yes, the old legend of the monster of the lake. Convenient, isn't it? Go see the captain. Sarah will bring you the restorative when it's ready.
Take this, Captain. This one's on the house.
My God! This piss water unbattens the hatches, swabs the deck, and opens the portholes. Hello, Miss.
My name is Kate Walker, Captain Obo. We met each other earlier.
To what do I owe the honor of your presence at the table of the regrettably famous Captain Obo?
This is good news, Captain. You're back at the starting block again. You have a new beginning, a new dawn.
Now that's a good show of spirit, Miss Walker. What'll you be having now? It's my round.
What I'd like you to do is to help me, Captain. I could even say you're the man of the hour.
What do you mean by that?
The Yukon caravan has to cross the lake now. It absolutely must continue on its migration, do you understand? So I thought that maybe they could board the crystal. That way you could take everybody there, to the other side, Captain. I know you don't have fond memories of your last crossing, of your departure from Baranor, but...
Why the hell are you bothering me if everybody has already warned you about horrible Captain Obo? The gutless wonder.
You're right, Captain. It's safe to say that people don't have a particularly high opinion of you. But I think you're afraid to know where I want to take the Yukons.
No, listen to her. All right then. Tell me where Miss Walker actually wants me to take her in my old tub.
To Baranor.
I'm a broken man because of what I saw back there that night, miss. A sad wreck of a man, really. You're asking me to go back. Back there. Back to hell. I saw the hellish red eyes of the monster of the lake. Beast as big and long as my boat. Ask your Yukon friends what they think about it. They call it the Kilak, the evil spirit of the lake. The devil guarding the doorway to hell.
Well, let's just look at it like a second chance. What do you say?
No. Never.
In that case, I'll buy the crystal.
What makes you think she's up for sale?
You've left her in the port to rot. She's completely run down. You haven't the money to keep her shipshape. I have money, and I need that ferry.
She's a ferry, not a liner. The girl wants to take the helm of the crystal. Now I've heard everything.
I know that if the proud crystal had an equally proud commander at her helm, things would go better. But as you don't want to go on a voyage...
All right. You can get your gang of little savages and board the crystal. I'll take you.
Oh, thank you, Captain, really, with all my heart. And thank you on behalf of the Yukons.
Oh, but be careful now, Captain Girl. You're not there yet. There are 2 conditions, and they are negotiable. First, we stop by Narodon. It's a little town just a bit south of Baranor. That will mean we avoid the most radioactive zones, but it won't actually take you too far off your path. And second, we also sail by day. I'm not going to finish up on the Lake Monster's plate. And it sleeps during the day. The beast is usually a bit of a night owl.
I accept, Captain Obo.
In that case, all hands on deck now, sailor. Because we've got work to do before we can hoist the anchor.
Come on, Kate. You hurry off and meet with the captain before he changes his mind. I'll go tell Grandfather to join you on board the Crystal with Kirk.
Thank you, Sarah.
遇到一堆好人，不然怎么会那么顺利？作语法，银色的奖杯，所以我是答对了吗？话说话，这个系列我会尽量把每部影片做长一点，因为解谜的话太短，一直会拖很久，不想拖太久，因为我还有其他游戏要玩。尽量就是30分钟，20几到30分钟了，就跟之前像 Syberia 啊，然后像 Limbo、Inside 那一些就是10几20分钟的不太一样。那这个我希望会长一点。 而且因为我讲话不多嘛，我每次就10几分钟而已，那我就 say 个 hi， 然后我就那个就结束，就不用讲话了，我就一直看剧情。所以呢，就是因为这样，然后最近呢要出一款恐怖游戏，我又准备要买，只是它延迟推出啊，所以还要等一下。如果那恐怖游戏出的话，我会希望间断的播。然后尼尔的话，就是因为 Open World 的游戏我比较懒，要帮我就只解剧情吧，这个再看看啊。而且尼尔我是觉得他武器的那一方面比较麻烦一点，不算太，就是有点复杂的感觉。是那个我尽量慢一点，但是我还是不会放弃啦。我只是看到最近好像游戏也蛮多，我就先不想玩那一个，先玩别的比较有趣一点的。但这个我觉得蛮有趣的啊，起码它剧情太重。尼尔的那个剧情也不错啦，只是没有想象那么棒。其实我没有特别要求什么，没有特别期待什么。
Captain, how are the preparations going?
There's quite a bit of work to do before we can hoist the anchor, Miss Kate.
Maybe I can help you out with something.
Well, the coal needs to be stocked up. As for myself, I'll look after getting the water tanks ready to be filled. Take this. It's the code you need for entering the hangar where the coal is kept. You actually need it to use the crane to load the coal onto the crystal. Don't forget to open the storage hatchway first.
How do I open the hatchway to the coal storage on the crystal?
Just turn the wheel on the ship's bridge, sailor.
What do I need to do in the hangar?
That's where you'll find all the coal you need for the crystal. One container should just about be enough. And don't forget to use the entry code for the crane that I just gave you.
What do I need the crane for?
This here is for loading all the coal you get from the hangar onto the ship. Use the code I gave you so that you can access the control post.
I'll take care of that, Captain.
We need to set sail as soon as possible, so better hurry up.
其实刚刚那些是不太需要问的，蛮废的，0503嘛，对不对？document， 对啊，0503啊。0503，这里吧，对不对？他说要转的啊，他从这边下去吗？我是走了，这样啊？固定视角就是这样，起码我觉得他应该要给我自己控制那个视角，不然解谜游戏这样有规限啊。不过也有可能他是故意的，他会那个绝对不是我的问题，是他游戏设计有问题。再看看我要干嘛？这怎么下去啊？不能下去吗？那我再过来看看。帮我开干嘛？那个开干嘛？我是可以上去的吧？这是什么地方？ 觉得我刚刚那个是对的点，但是我要怎么下去，这是重点。先不管，先跑到这边来，先在外面晃晃。刚我记得我不能从这边走的，怎么现在又开了？
Nobody.
啊，废话，有人你才要怕吧？哎，真的啊，应该是那边吧？重点是那边我怎么下去？我先再回去里面看看好了。他说要转的，所以我刚应该是对的啊。哦，还是这里下去啊？这里有路诶，我才看到。哦，这里吧，这里吧。好暗哦，这么暗。啊，对了，为什么我最近会想买新游戏？那是因为最近常加班，然后钱比较多。钱比较多就可以买游戏了。所以这里应该是操控的吧
This must be the coal tank that the captain asked me to fill from outside.
要从外面那一个。他先输入密码，还是我用那张纸啊？我在那边用使用吧，我再去看看。应该没错啦，应该就是这样子。但是还是从上面啊，我也上去看一下。那不是可以上一半吗？
It looks like it needs repairs. Too bad.
没有了耶。好吧，那就是那边啦。就站在这里吧。要用什么密码吗？ 不能呢。那我要干嘛？怎么这样？而且我以为这个门可以进去。 好了，今天到这边结束好了，卡关一下。谢谢大家收看呢，拜啦。